What's going on, Freedom Fam? We're back again with another video. Guys, we just wanted to provide this video because we know that there are a lot of new investors in the market with recent things happening here and there. GameStop, AMC. These things have brought new investors into the market. Now, in my opinion, that is a great thing. But because you're in the market, you need to know how the market works. You also need to know how you can be a good investor. What's going to separate you from other people in the market is you need to know how the market works. With so many people coming into the market, they don't know how stocks work, why the market goes up, why the market goes down. So you're really already a step ahead by not just being somebody who throws money into the stock thinking it's going to go up and never come down. So what we wanted to do, we wanted to make this video to show you how you can be a smart investor in 3 easy steps. If you put these 3 things into place, we promise you, you will see results. Now, before we get into that, you have to be able to put yourself in a position to make the right decisions. What do I mean? I'm sure you all have watched a sport once in your life. I'm going to use basketball, for example. To use basketball for an example, when you see a player go to the free throw line, how many times do you think that player attempted that shot in practice? Way more times than they've been at the foul line during the game. So listen, guys, practice, 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 practice. Now, our first tip before we get into the 3 steps for you to be a smarter investor is to use an account that does not have real money in it. I know it sounds kind of crazy, right? You talking about Monopoly? No, I'm not talking about Monopoly. What I'm suggesting is that you actually use what's called a paper trading account, right? So you're using paper money pretty much, right? Not real money. And why this is so good is because you get to make the same exact trades you would make, but you don't lose any money. And of course, you don't make any money. But why does this help? Practice, practice, practice. This is gonna help you out when you actually put some real money into your account, whatever account that might be, whether it's your Roth and you start trading from there, or a regular brokerage account. Whatever your method is, you'll know how things work because you've practiced with fake money. Now that's just a quick tip, but we want to get into the 3 steps, because what these steps are going to do for you, they're going to show you how to do well, not just now, and not just be able to make money really fast. That's not what we do here. Although we can make money really fast in the stock market for sure, we don't really think that that is how you should kind of go into the stock market thinking of things. We think about things in the long term, because when you think short term to mid term and you go into the market that way, you don't know what you're doing. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to lose your money. Not saying you can't make money from day trading or swing trading. You definitely can. But we're just going to think about how you can last in the long run, right? We want you guys to incrementally be making money, even if there are those days that you make a ton of money in a day or a ton of money in a week. You still want to make sure that you're not going to make a ton of money and it was a fluke and then you lose all that money again. So now we're going to go into these 3 steps to show you how to be a smart investor. So the first step to being a smart investor and separating yourself from the rest is to think about the long term. Thinking about the long term is a great mindset to have while in the market, because it's not just about making money now. You want to be able to set yourself up for the future, and it might be your family as well that you'll be setting up with the amount of money you can make. You can definitely make money in the market, but you want to have a long-term mindset when you go into the market. It's going to help you. Why have a long-term mindset as opposed to a short-term? Because when you go in with short-term goals of making, let's say you make $1,000 here, right, in one day, and that to you is like a life-changing thing. People go through that, and what that will make you feel like is if you do it again, you'll make $1,000 again. That is very possible, but it's not probable. Why you should think about a long-term gain is because these short gains along the way will be meaningful to you. And making $5 or $50 or $100 is still going to mean the same thing as making $1,000 in one trade. Now, listen, this is going to only benefit you. Now, I know what you're saying. You're like, what is this guy talking about? I just want to make the big bucks right now. And yes, we get it. But I promise you, this will help. And this is going to put you on the level of those great investors, really, because that's what they do. Guys, this is going to help you be on that level in terms of mindset coming into the market. And that's going to be, in my opinion, just as good as the money that they have. Because yes, I'm not saying that it's not good to have that money. It probably sounded bad, but what I'm saying is you'll be able to know, okay, this is how they amass that money, and this is how I can also amass that money. So I just have to think the same way that they think, and that's gonna help me increase my wealth. First step, thinking long term. Now, with the second step, I should say that this is correlating with the first in a way. And the third will also do the same with the first two steps. What is the second step? The second step is to not go insane when you make profit. What do I mean? To make it simple, don't get greedy with profits. You are going to make money once you get smart, right? You're gonna see green in your account and you're gonna be happy about that. But you don't want to be too happy, aka you don't want to be emotional with your investing. Now, there are other ways to be emotional with your investing, but in my opinion, guys, you have to remember that profit is king. When you see green in your account, you are winning. But just as fast as you are winning, you can also be losing. And especially when you are doing short-term to mid-term trades, you can lose that money very fast, all right? You can lose so quickly. Like, I'm thinking about things that happened to me when I first got into the market. Guys, you don't even want to hear those stories. But listen, you can lose money, and you need to remember that. So it's always good to take profit when you can. You have to have a formula on how to do this. Now, that's going to look different for different people, right? You might want to just take profit when it's 10%, and you'd still be winning. Now, you might want to take profit when it's 5%, and you'd still be winning. But guys, you have to think about what works for you. And you should probably think about what works for you in that particular play. That might be what you want to do too. That's what I do personally, based off of technical analysis, based off of fundamental analysis. If it's a long-term play, that's what I'm thinking. That's how I'm going into different plays, thinking how I'm going to take profit. We're going to go on to the third one, because I think you guys understand what the second one is and how it correlates with the first. So the first step is going to work with the second step, which works with the third step. And we're going to go into that third step right now. The third step in becoming a smart investor, guys, is learning how to protect your account. Protecting your money in the market. Guys, how are you going to protect your money? We're going to talk about it. It is not having a bodyguard, obviously. It's not having a gun, some type of, staying strapped or whatever. No, it ain't that. The way to protect your account is to manage your losses. Know how much you're willing to lose. Not how much you want to lose. Obviously, you don't want to lose anything, but how much you're willing to lose. You can't be willing to lose it all, right? Nobody wants to go and put their money in and say, oh yeah, I'm willing to lose it all. That is not a smart investor. A smart investor knows how much they want to lose, and even if they bounce back off of whatever their loss is and they took that loss, let's say they say, I'm only going to take a 10%. I'm not going to let it go past 10% in losses. So once it hits that 10%, I am getting out of that. But it bounces off and it goes into the green, and they would have made money. A smart investor is like, listen, all right, it bounced back. I took the loss. I'm just moving on to the next. So guys, you have to think about your account that way. When you're in the market, you have to be smart in that way. You have to be able to know how much you're willing to lose when you're in a particular play. I don't care whether it is short-term, mid-term, long-term. I don't care what you're doing, whether it's options, futures. I don't care what it is, guys. Figure out how much you're willing to lose and do not go past that. Now, you might be convicted once you are very familiarized and you are confident, able to be confident, true confidence in your plays. Then you can say, okay, well, it did touch my loss point, but I'm willing to, I think this is gonna bounce back. I think this is gonna do what I thought it was supposed to do initially. So when that happens, when you're that confident in play, sure, if you feel like the best thing for you is to hold and it's gonna get back in the green, then do that, and hopefully it does. But at the same time, you still have to have that plan. So if it gets to a certain point where you're saying, I don't want to take more than this, I am taking a beating here and I am not going past how much I want to lose, make sure you take your losses. That is going to do wonders, guys, because you probably want to profit more than you lose, right? I mean, who wants to lose money when you put money into the stock market? Nobody does. You said that numerous times. Nobody is here to learn how to lose their money. All of your trades that you're doing, you have to know why you're getting into it, and you have to know what you're willing to lose. Now, when you know what you're willing to lose, you have a plan on how much you're going to take as profit, how much you're going to lose. If it comes down to it, you're going to be making money. Those last two steps are very important, but when you can combine it with that first step, guys, you are going to be great investors. I don't care how small your account is, you will be making money if you do it correctly and you know how to get into proper plays, how to look for plays, right? You're doing research all the time. You're looking up how you do charts, right? How you can read charts, how you can read the fundamentals of a company and know whether to invest in it long-term, short-term, mid-term, whatever it is. Guys, when you do these things, when you're putting your mind to it and committing yourself to it, and you're utilizing these 3 steps, you will be a smart investor. We hope that you implement these 3 steps as you continue your investing journey. If you got some value from this video, go ahead and share it with someone else, because you got value, you want to help somebody else as well. Also, if you find value, leave a like on the video. That'll help us grow our channel. And also, you can make sure that if you're not subscribed, you can subscribe, join the Freedom Fam, and check out the stuff that we have for you. When you subscribe, hit that post notification bell so you know every time we put out a video. We'll see you guys in the next video.